How you doing? We're cleaning up the vacant lots right here that you got two of. We're doing a site survey. We're going to be coming through installing grass, trees, split rail fence so people can't dump. Hopefully that house right there will be removed very soon as well.
A woman is talking with Ian Beniston from her second floor window of her white house on Laclede Street in the Idora neighborhood of Youngstown, Ohio. Beniston is the assistant director of the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation. The woman is concerned about the house next door. It's empty and abandoned. It's like many of the houses on this street, in this part of Idora, and scattered across Youngstown. She says scrappers have already ravaged it. He drops his contact info in her mailbox and goes to inspect the house. Unfortunately, this is a common sight in Idora.
Yeah, it's wide open and everything. That's how all these houses get. No one's here. If they don't get boarded up, then within a matter of days they're wide open. This one's actually not that bad. I mean, especially, you can look across the street. That one's missing a front door, so it's much worse there.
Beniston and a co-worker, YNDC program coordinator Ed McCauley, are out on this Good Friday in April, surveying vacant parcels and blighted homes. They put this house on the board-up list.
Well, what we're doing here is part of a larger neighborhood revitalization effort. So this piece is aimed at kind of cleaning up the physical conditions. We've torn down about 30-some-odd houses here over the last year. We'll probably tear down 15, 20 more.
We're tagging each lot with a label, each site. And this one is LC7. LC refers to the street, Laclede. And this is 7 because this is the 7th lot on this street.
YNDC is only a year old. It sprung from the Mahoning Valley Organizing Collaborative, which was made possible through Youngstown 2010, a citywide planning initiative that accepted Youngstown as a smaller city. The YNDC is also the first citywide neighborhood revitalization effort Youngstown has seen.
The scale of this effort is unique to just this neighborhood. I mean, there's been kind of, grassroots vacant land reuse projects throughout the city, but a lot of it is just, a lot here or there. This is, we're talking about scale here, so we're talking about 100 lots. We're talking about some of them just with this basic cleanup treatment, some of them, being reverted to natural space, some of them put into productive use as urban agriculture, and some, we're even talking about doing whatever, growing sunflowers here, just some things that really transform how things look.
Instilling confidence in a neighborhood goes beyond hodgepodge demos. They need to be clustered and focused, Beniston says.
If you take down one house on a block, but there's still 3 left, you haven't done anything, you know what I mean, until you wipe it out, which is what we're trying to do here initially, is come through in one fell swoop, remove all the blight, and then transform that space into something that feels owned, maintained, and better than what was there.
The plan for Idora ranges from simple fences and mowed grass to half-block-long urban gardens and an urban 4-H club for the kids. But still, not everyone is on board.
There's some tough decisions. Not everyone even here is happy with what's happening here, because we're targeting a significant amount of resources here. Obviously, there's some folks that would like to see that spread out, but it just doesn't add up to anything. I can take you to swaths of neighborhoods through the 90s where there was community development, which was solely infill housing on scattered sites, did nothing for the long-term stability of the place. So if you don't have focused, kind of comprehensive and very informed strategies, what are you doing?
Beniston has had a hand in Idora for 3 years now. These years have been spent working on a plan, working on Idora and the Youngstown area.
These things we're doing have been informed over 2 years of planning work, and even like the houses we're acquiring, we're starting from the stronger blocks to stave off the decline, so they're very kind of surgically precise interventions where, we know what we're doing. We're specifically targeting specific projects for specific reasons. We can sit back in the office and I can pull up a picture of every house in this neighborhood. It tells me, is it occupied, what the condition of it is, as well as any other, like we can print a map of vacant lots, we can put tax liens, we can put anything we want on it. So,
but the key, beyond all the maps and data and information, is the people.
I think it has to come from the bottom up, especially in a neighborhood like this where there's still people. Otherwise, it's doomed for failure because you're going to do it, and if the people that live there aren't into it or aren't even the centerpiece of it, then why are you bothering with it? Because from my perspective, this isn't, we want to do some fun project. This is preserving, getting this neighborhood to a point where these folks still want to live here, where people in fact may choose to move back, so kind of preserving the city. But that, again, that's all about people, so if you kind of lose that, I'm not very sure how far you'll get.
We moved our way south to a street called Parkview. It's a wide street and used to hold a streetcar that took Youngstowners to and from the Idora amusement park in the southern tip of the neighborhood. The amusement park has been closed since the 80s, and the land has sat vacant. While on Parkview, we ran into an Idora resident and member of the neighborhood association.
My name is Joe Hart. I'm with the Idora Neighborhood Association. I got my lawn care business. I'm a businessman, and I also live in this area. And so I'm participating in our block watch and the change, the revitalization that's coming over here in this area.
Hart says he first noticed Beniston at a neighborhood meeting a number of years ago. He says he wasn't sure what to make of it. He says at the time, the community was content with just keeping it in the community. They didn't need outside help. He has since changed his mind.
They showed us how to take our ideals and make them work. They also showed us how to take our ideals and expand them. They showed us a broader picture. And they're still doing it.
Beniston would like to move faster, but the slow pace has an upside.
It would be nice if we would have made more progress than we had in 3 years, but given the slow pace, people are comfortable with what's happening, I think, and they're very aware. Particularly the kind of the permanent residents here. There's still a transient rental population that's kind of in and out, and but the folks that are here and around if they don't know what's happening here, they've been hiding under a rock somewhere. So I think that's been very important in getting it to this point and having. We've been out here 2 straight days now. We've had probably 25 folks talk to us. Only one has had negative comments. So. And they weren't even negative. They were just kind of, oh, you guys should have done that a long time. You know what I mean? Yep, we know.
Despite the slow pace, Beniston is confident that Idora will see real and tangible change within the next 6 months.
You'll see all these lots we're working on today will be cleaned up. I can take you through and probably show you the remainder of the houses that are still standing that need demolished or gone. You'll see a big garden up there. You'll see an area on Parkview that's been converted to natural plantings. You'll probably see a higher rate of home ownership, which isn't something you see from the street other than maybe the standards of maintenance. People are taking better care of their houses, and then you'll probably see more amenity, kind of convenience amenities, even if that doesn't mean more buildings. But if you were to go into that store now and say come back 6 months from now, you may in fact find that you can get something that was locally grown there. So
again, here's Joe Hart.
The young kids are getting together. They're getting this little 4-H club, and they're doing things in the neighborhood and growing things and cleaning up, and they're going to expand. I see that. I see that the city taking notice of this area, and they want to participate, and they are participating. We're getting 100% participation from them. They're backing us, and then people outside this area is backing us because of the simple fact they see that we're moving, the motivation that we have. It's just beautiful. And now summer is here, and we finna get down in it real good. Every year, man, every year. That's the best time to be in this neighborhood because we all come together and we do everything one piece of paper at a time, one can at a time. One liquor store, one bad business at a time. But we're getting some things done, and we're going further.